Hello, everyone. How have you been enjoying Shooty Block so far? I am JamesSwan, and it is my honor to present to you BPM bullets per minute. I get to showcase to you my favorite character, Skuld, and thank you all so much for meeting that incentive so quickly. I think it was gone in like 30 minutes after we opened it. So that was just so heartwarming to see. Thank you all so much for your generous donations to PCF. Keep those donations coming. We will tell you all about what that 100% incentive means. But first, I have an amazing couch with me to help back me up on commentary while I go as fast as possible in this run. So if y'all would like to introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Amyrlinn. I've cleared this game like once, so I'm here for emotional support and to be the guy that's asking the dumb questions.
Woo! Hi, I'm GFitty. I am a verifier and moderator for the community, as well as a world record holder.
I am Ryle, also known as Gabe, because this is Gabe, Ryle. I have been a member of the community for about a year now. I'm a former world record holder, but I think most of them actually went to Contra, who's joining us on the back couch.
And speaking of Contra on the back couch, and Fitty being a moderator and verifier, I am also a moderator and verifier. We have the entire BPM moderation and verification team for the SRC community here in force at AGDQ. So if you're here on site and you like what you see and you enjoy what you see and you want to get into BPM, now is the best time possible, especially because BPM is also in the Humble Bundle. For a minimum of $12, you can get into BPM as well as a bunch of other great games. But without further ado, I think it is time to get into Skuld. 100% clear, easy. So count with me, everyone. 3, 2, 1, go! Woo! Oh, Frozen, I was hoping I would not get that.
Perfect.
Fitty, tell us about floor modifiers and Frozen.
So Frozen is a floor modifier that will make the floor slippery. Movement is much harder on frozen floors. As you can see, you'll be slipping around everywhere. Much harder to navigate that way.
Yeah, and something interesting, we're going into the first boss right away, which you would typically do in any percent, except we are not going to be taking the exit to the next room because we are doing a 100% run. So what 100% means is we are going to be clearing every single level of every single room that can be cleared. So we have to go through and we have to clear every single room. It's worth mentioning the maps. It is a roguelike. The maps are randomly generated. The layouts are randomly generated. So we're going to have to do a little bit of looking and searching, but we're going to have to clear every single room to completion, and we'll see what that means when we reach the challenge room.
Yep, and challenge rooms are hopefully going to be spawning later in this floor as we come around this corner. Yep, challenge rooms right there, right in this corner. Those are the cross swords icons on the map. Now, challenge rooms in 100% clear are a little bit different. You want to tell us what the difference is between a 100% clear challenge room and a standard challenge room, Fitty?
Yes, in standard clear all rooms, you only do the one level of the challenge, but in 100% we do all three, and each level of the challenge room gets harder for each one. You'll see more difficult, more powerful enemies for each level, and you'll also get a guaranteed reward at the end.
Yeah. Now, as we're clearing out this challenge room, Cell, I know we're early into the run, but did we get any early bird donations that you want to read off to us, or any incentives upcoming for us that you want to hype up?
Oh, I've got a donation for you. We have $20 to PCF from Amyrlinn. Good luck from 5 feet behind you. BPM is a super hype game, and I'm so glad you're getting to run it here. Donation goes to Runner's Choice.
And I believe I put that Runner's Choice to some part of the Final Fantasy game coming up.
Indeed, we have several incentives open for that, including one that excites me quite a bit, the Sing No Promises to Keep. If that's met, the runner is going to sing the theme song of the game, which sounds super cool to me. Right now, that is at 61% funded. There's also Rulers of the Outer Worlds, which is an extra area in the game, I believe. And if that's met, it's going to add more to the run.
Very cool, and I just picked up an item called the Dragon Skin, which I like to call Marathon Safety, because the shield that I get from regenerating with the Dragon Skin means I don't really have to worry about Skuld's health mechanic. Fitty, you want to explain Skuld's health mechanic while I clear this floor real quick?
So Skuld is one of the few characters with a unique health pool. Her health is constantly draining throughout the run. However, Skuld also has natural lifesteal and health regain on hits and kills.
Yeah.
Also, say hi to Hugin. Hugin is a good bird. We love Hugin.
Hi, Hugin.
What's up, Hugin?
I want to mention very quickly, there's something unique to Asgard 1, which we're about to see, which is called the Crypts. So the Crypts is a unique level that you can only access through Asgard 1, and it basically just replaces Asgard 2. That's where we're headed to right now, the Crypts, that is. And it's going to give us a chance to get a lot of very, very powerful stats and items, and actually weapons, too.
Also, say hi to Munin, Hugin's brother, the other Raven of Odin.
I'm in.
Hi, Munin.
Hi,
What's up,
Munin.
Munin?
Unfortunately, we cannot pet them. Maybe there'll be a balance patch in the future, though.
Yep.
So, let me ask, as the audience surrogate and the
Of
noob
course.
at this game, what's the difference between flawless versus good versus just a general room clear?
The differences are what chest spawns when you clear the room. There are slight differences in the chest that spawn. A flawless room clear means you didn't go off beat, you didn't take any damage. Different layers below that means you either took damage, you went off beat with your tempo with the shots, or some other factor within the game's code has decided you didn't do well enough.
Yeah. And we just actually a minute ago saw that the first of the special crypts
I've got armor.
rooms. So it was the well room. The well room was the room we picked up our boots in, and that room gives you a choice of 4 different items to choose for, all of which are typically very powerful. Now what we're going to be looking for, other than all the other rooms, of course, is called the statue room, which we'll be able to dump a bunch of coins into, and for every coin we dump in, we'll get a tick in a stat category. So we can dump up to 50 in, so we're going to hope to find as many coins as we can, and we're pretty much already up to 50.
Oh, I'm taking that, especially since we're doing a 100% clear and I have the trampling boots. Fady, I think you, of all people, probably know the build I am going to be going for here. Do you want to
Absolutely.
explain it?
So we have a bit of a synergy going on here. The trampling boots, they insta-kill an enemy once they hit a certain HP threshold, and Celestial Wave is a move that hits every enemy on screen, often hitting that threshold, especially more now than ever, because we just got a bunch of ability up from that stat room there.
Yeah, I think that's almost, what, twice ability power?
Oh, yeah.
Give or take.
Full damage, too, is going to be really good, right? Like, that's kind of the...
Absolutely.
Ability, speed, and damage are the 3 categories that you really like to see most. And
Just
we're
look
getting
at
to see
Absolutely. Just
that's
describe
Celestial
that.
Wave for you right there. We picked that up from one of the Devil Shrines, which is actually one of the reasons why this skeleton key item is so powerful, because the Devil Shrine, you dump keys into it until it drops out an item or a spell, and those are typically very, very powerful. So in this case, we are able to get a spell that's allowing us to basically one-hit rooms.
It is wonderful. We are going to be going very fast with this run, so I am excited to showcase this. And since we do have to backtrack to the boss room, Sel, any more donations come in?
I have donations for you. We have $50 from Bonsai Joe. In person for the second time, head to donate during BPM. It rocked my gaming hours last year, and I've been so excited for it all week. Good luck, James.
This is Fafnir, and he has a very special attack. He was added with the Overdrive update, and we love his dance. We love when he does that shuffle attack, because it's just cool, it's fun. We shuffle along sometimes, but I don't because I'm running Skuld, and we're trying to go fast here.
Absolutely.
I didn't see that in all the practice runs.
Though, I do want to say something as we go into the bank. Say hi to Gary, and Gary, don't ask where Frecky is. Frecky covers Gary's shifts when you do Gary's runs. Gary and Frecky are the Wolves of Odin. Just a little bit of a Norse mythology joke there.
Oh, wow.
That is the power of Celestial Wave.
The
trampling
Celestial
boots.
Wave will
Oh,
never
dear God.
not leave me taken aback. It is just such a powerful build.
And I'm going to be backtracking to that bank real quick because
Oh, wow.
we have a
Yep.
prestige shrine.
Did he not want to take that?
I do.
That said the
I
words
have-
infinite ammo, and I think that's pretty good.
I do. I'm going to be taking it, but I need coins first to get that prestige shrine.
That's very good planning, actually.
So,
Biddy, do you want to explain what a prestige shrine is?
the Prestige Room is a very special room. It is a rare spawn that can only happen in Vanaheim. it allows you to empty your item slots, but you keep the passives of whatever items you had before. That allows you to pick up entirely new items. We are not picking up infinite ammo. We're picking up Battle Lion, which allows you to break the rules of the game, essentially. The beat is just a suggestion now.
Oh my, yeah.
We do not operate on half notes anymore. We're operating on quarter notes. You may think that cooldown reduction just reduces cooldowns on spells, but that also works on gunfire, as well as dashing. So it's a very powerful item.
Yeah, so we're basically playing at double speed right now, and it's also worth mentioning we did also pick up, I believe, the Helm of Rage, which is going to be giving us double damage whenever our multiplier is at 4.
Oh, and we have a reroll room as well.
Oh my gosh.
Does it
Dwarven bracelets?
Maybe.
Go Faster Glove.
Better. Okay, that's even better. Fitty, want to explain what Go Faster Glove, even though it's pretty self-explanatory?
Go Faster Glove does just that. It makes you go very fast. It is the quickest item boost for speed you can get in the game.
And now we gotta do the 100% clear incentive here.
So does it mess you up at all when you're suddenly going from like playing on the half note to playing on the quarter? It's like a huge mental adjustment or something?
The thing that messes me up more is actually taking the Go Faster Glove.
I second that, because the Go Faster Glove makes you go so much faster that like you might have, you can anticipate I'm gonna run this direction then shoot this enemy, but all of a sudden you're like 40 feet farther to the left than you intended to be. So it can actually cause, it's a little bit harder to adjust to, but honestly, the quarter notes just makes everything easier.
Just there in that challenge, when we picked up Sayor's Blessing, that will deal damage to all enemies in the room over time. So just by existing, enemies will be losing health.
Sub 10 into Vanna 2 for a 100% clear is, I'm not gonna lie, pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's
pretty good.
I'd almost go to say an unfathomable build right now. It is, I mean, you can just see the amount of damage we're putting out, not just with the shots, but with the Celestial Wave is just incredible, really. Oh my gosh.
Well, while you're slamming through this, do we want to let Cell?
Heck yes.
Slam
Throw
a
us some
couple more?
donations, Cell.
We have $200 to PCF from Not So Noodle Kiwi. 4 years ago, BPM came into my life, and it's what got me into speedrunning. This game is my favorite of all time, and I'm so grateful to be part of the community. It's full of such incredibly talented people, and I'm so excited to see James running out on the big stage. Show them how it's done, kill all those flies.
Yes.
Thank you, Noodle. It was so awesome to see you in the Discord earlier. We love seeing all sorts of runners, new and old, in the community, just popping up whenever they want. It is awesome to see runs just whenever, and we love verifying anyone's runs. If you are loving what you're seeing, if you think you can get RNG like this, if you just think you can do better, because you can, please join the community. We have resources all over the place. We have all sorts of things. We have save files for this game with modified bank files. We have anything you want to be able to get a start in this game. So there is no better time than now to get into BPM, especially with it being part of the Humble Bundle. So you purchasing BPM could even help, prevent cancer.
Absolutely, yeah. I'd just like to mention that boss that was existing for a second there is actually pretty commonly considered the hardest in the game. She is just an absolute nightmare, but we're already past that. Also, do you want to mention Celestial Drumroll, which we just picked up?
All right, so Celestial Drumroll is essentially a Thanos snap.
Sure, why not?
Pretty much.
Yeah, you just snap and it just deals constant damage to enemies around the room. It's a great synergy with the cooldown reduction shield because it recharges after every room.
Hands up for Dwarven Bracelet. If James wants it, I'm not sure if he does.
Dead Islands?
Passing up on it because of the build I have. I do need the damage output, so I'm not going to be losing the Helm of Rage yet.
Those enemies there, those little ball ones, they are called Clockwork Souls, and they are the bane of our existence. So basically what happens is, when you deal damage, if you don't deal enough damage to insta-kill them, then they're going to go into a defensive state where you can no longer damage them for about a year and a half. So if you don't have enough damage to one-shot them, then they just become time loss every single time you have to look their way.
And if you're wondering what the enemy you might have seen for maybe like 2 frames there while it was alive was, if you thought it looked similar to a mini-boss we saw earlier in the run, then yeah, you would be correct. In later challenge rooms on later floors, if you go for all 3 waves like we're doing for this 100% incentive, yeah, you can see mini-bosses from earlier floors, but we're loading into Svartalfheim 2, so I want everyone to just enjoy this music for a second as we go through this floor. As we're going through this challenge room, I do want to bring up that the entire soundtrack for this game is custom made. It is custom composed. Sam Houghton and Joe Collinson absolutely knocked it out of the park with this soundtrack. They worked so hard on it. It is a completely unique soundtrack, unlike anything else. It is a soundtrack you can listen to for hundreds of hours on end. I think we can all attest to that on this couch.
In fact, we have.
Yes, we
Absolutely.
have. And it is amazing. So if you like the music you've been hearing in the background throughout the run, please just say a massive thank you to Sam Houghton and Joe Collinson with Awe Interactive.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think I remember you telling me in practice that like all of the songs are tuned to the same BPM.
Oh, yes.
So that you don't have to like change between levels.
Yes, and it makes this game not necessarily just more beginner friendly, but friendlier to anyone that wants to run it. Anyone that wants to play BPM can have a much easier time playing BPM because they are not having to constantly adjust to different or unnatural tempos from each adjustment, each different floor. It is much easier for anyone to get into. And even if you aren't able to adjust to the rhythm that you're running, there are different rhythm settings within the game that you can adjust to. I personally am playing on loose rhythm settings because that's what I am most comfortable running on. And guess what? If you're running on loose, if you're running on normal, if you're running on strict, it's all still a valid run because we are just, that's just how we like to do it. We like our speedruns to be accessible to everyone.
Yeah. And we're going to be moving on to the last world here, Helheim. And if you're wondering why it's called Helheim, I'd encourage you to read it again. It is just an absolute nightmare. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but as far as map generation goes, for every level you go on, more and more rooms will spawn on each map and more difficult enemies will spawn. So in Helheim, this is going to be our last regular level of the run. And that means it's going to be the most rooms we'll see and the most difficult enemies we will see.
Yep. And as you saw there, we did see a boss from a former floor just casually chilling out there, though we did just kind of annihilate her along with all the other enemies on the floor because we are dealing so much damage here. It is amazing. So as we're going through this floor, Sel, any final donations for us because this is probably the last chance we're going to get in this run.
All right, let me go through these real quickly. First, I want to say we have $300 from JD the Bud with no comment, but thank you so much for a generous donation. We have $25 from Belmoli. BPM! I love this game. I've been trying to get the last 3 achievements for a long while now, but Sangrior is a very difficult character to play. Haven't gotten past Vanaheim 1 yet. Best of luck, JamesSwan. We have $15 from Ivan. Congrats on the debut. This game looks so fun. You're crushing it, and I can absolutely agree. We have $50 from Jay Pappy. Part of the Humble Bundle, you say? Looks like I know what I'm doing with my weekend. Incredible run,
Very
less
cool.
than 3.
Well, I'm gonna cut you off there because I'm gonna try and showcase a quick kill on this boss. Normally I wouldn't pause, but we're going really fast, and this boss, obviously, I'm having my health tick down. Darn it, couldn't get that one. Let's go for the second pattern here, go for the backup.
He's going to charge at us eventually here if he wants to be nice. There we go. And we're just going to kind of juke him, trick him into running off into the abyss right there.
That is the one quick kill you can do on every single character.
Yes, the one proper skip we really have.
So yeah, this is like the final area. This is, dude, you're killing this.
Yes,
you are
absolutely.
doing
Time is coming up very quickly. The time will be coming up on the final hit of the final boss, Needhog. It will be the whiteout. So
yeah, and you can actually see him waiting for us in the background there, lurking. And let's just see how, keep an eye obviously on Nidhogg and on his health bar. Just look at how quickly that health bar is going down. Oh my gosh. That is almost unbelievable, just plummeting downwards, and just like that,
Final
he's gone.
crescendo is here.
And
Time. Sub 17. I am very happy with that. Sub 17
was
IGT. I am very happy with that.
Incredible.
Y'all got any shout outs y'all want to do?
Just incredible run, dude.
Thank you.
Thank you for welcoming me on the couch.
Shout out to Celestial Wave. I think we can all agree.
Yeah.
Shout out to Celestial Drumroll.
Celestial Drumroll as well. Shout out to the Celestials.
Yes. And I'm going to
Interactive, right?
interact here, and shout out to the entire All Interactive team for making an amazing game. Shout out to Dave Jones, the game director and programmer. Massive shout outs to Josh Sullivan, the level and sound design, and also massive shout outs to Sam Houghton and Joe Collinson. They are friends of the community. They are active in the BPM Discord, so it is awesome to have them be so close to the community and close to our hearts. And I do want to do a quick dedication of this run to my dad. My dad was diagnosed over the summer with bladder cancer, but it was detected early, and he has had surgery to get the cancer removed, and he's gone through immunotherapy, and he is currently cancer-free, and he is hopefully going to remain cancer-free. So this run absolutely is dedicated to my dad, to family members in the past who have sadly passed of cancer, but thankfully, due to early detection, medication, prevention being accessible now more than ever, cancer has not been as terrifying for me. It does not have to be terrifying for anyone, thanks to groups like PCF. Keep those donations coming, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, James, for that incredible, incredible run.